Hello everyone and welcome on this new weekly market analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. Before we start, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and kindly leave a comment and share the video. So as usual my friends, let's now start analyzing the market by beginning with the EURUSD. So first things first, let's now go to the weekly chart. So right now weekly chart here shows me that the market is indeed retesting the broken level of a resistance at the bracket of 1.106. As you can see, we had here of course the real level of a resistance exactly right here at 1.105, and here we can see the reaction of retesting that level of a resistance, which means that the market right now based on the weekly chart is actually looking for more pullback as a reaction to the retest of the resistance and the creation of a new support level. Not only that, but also we can see here that the market has already retested a broken level of a resistance trend line, as we can see. Yes, this week right here, which we can see right here clearly, let me just zoom in to show it to you. Right here exactly, this week right here represents of course a resistance trend line. Remember, we are talking about weekly candles, which means if we check right now the daily chart, we can see that very clear. However, it means that we can actually expect from the market to continue the rise. Let me just go back to the weekly chart. Here is again the weekly chart. Now overall, I believe that the EURUSD will be bearish in general, or actually in the bigger picture, but not anytime soon. For the next week, the market actually might start the rise to retest the resistance trend line, as we can see like here, like this exactly. Yes. Now again, upon the creation of the new support right here, the EURUSD has a chance to continue the rise to retest the resistance trend line, which already has 3 attempts, and after that it actually might start dropping. But before that, we can actually consider to buy the EURUSD until it reaches that level, which means the EURUSD should be good to be bought for the upcoming week. Let's now move to the daily chart. Alright, so now here daily chart shows me a very clear entry to buy the market exactly at the previous level of a nearest resistance right here. The nearest level of a resistance to that bullish breakout candle, which has already here become a support number 1, and then we can consider to buy the market exactly at the second attempt of the support, which means if we also look here at the 4 time frame, right here we can see clearly the new attempt of a support number 1. But however, we need more sort of confirmation on that. That can be found with this support trend line, as we can see like this. Fantastic. Right here my friends, we have of course a real level of a support trend line number 1, number 2, and then 1 fake breakout, which means the EURUSD actually has a chance to start dropping immediately by the opening of the market on Monday, and hopefully it will create here a new level of a support trend line, and afterward it will start the rise. If we consider to buy the EURUSD from this level, if we check right now the Fibonacci as well, then we can actually continue the buy till the market reach the highest level of a resistance, which was also a key level of a support right here at Fibonacci 38.2 at 1.126, which means we are looking for around 165 pips profit with this signal, and the safe zone or the drawdown shouldn't actually be ranging lower than the previous level of a support right here exactly at 1.102, which means it will be ranging for around 63 pips against 167 pips of profit. Let me now please write this signal for you. And that will be all for the EURUSD. Let's now move to the Pound USD. Alright, so now the Pound USD, as we can see based on the 4-hour time frame, has actually been ranging a lot on this level. It actually has been rejected from the bearish breakout multiple times from this level of a support at the bracket of 1.325. What's gonna happen next with the Pound USD? In my opinion, first of all, we have to look at the weekly chart. Alright, so now as we can see here, weekly chart also shows me that the Pound USD is actually still retesting the broken level of a resistance trend line. As we can see right here, based on the weekly chart, we have here 3 attempts of a resistance trend line, and just recently the market actually has respected this level by creating a new support trend line. Not only that, but also if we look at the left side, we can see clearly that we had here also a very strong key level of a support, which indeed has also been respected, which means Pound USD most likely will be bullish for the upcoming week. I'm not expecting it to be bearish right now because a lot of pressure on the market from these levels of a support levels and the retest level of a resistance trend line. Let's now move to the daily chart. Alright, so now here the daily chart shows me a lot of consolidation on this level, and as you can see, eventually what we have ended up with is a flag here, so meaning the pound USD really have a chance to continue the rise right now, considering also that we had here also a resistance trend line which is also being retested, as you can see. So resistance trend line with the 3 attempts, and right here the bullish breakout candle happened. Now the market has actually respected the same level by creating a support trend line as well. So all in all, pound USD seems to be bullish. And also the last test, let me just now go to the 4-hour time frame to show you this. 1 second, let me just do this. I think I can see it here, right? Yes, I think I can see it by the naked eyes. Here we have, my friends, a support trend line. Check this out. This is amazing. A support trend line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a fake breakout from this level, and again the support trend line has been respected. This is actually one of the strategies that we are using here in Xtreme Trader to find our daily trades. Always look for the support trend line and then wait for the fake breakout to happen. Most likely, if the market will retest this level, it will actually respect or actually reverse right on the real level of a support trend line. And here you can place your buy entry exactly at this level. That's the reason I actually really trust this pattern. So therefore, by seeing this pattern based on the 4-hour time frame, I would like to say that we can actually expect from the market to respect this level of a support trend line, as we can see here. Exactly. Yes, fantastic. Here we had, my friends, multiple attempts of a support trend line. So the pound USD actually has a chance to continue the fall, to retest the same level of a previous support trend line, and again another support trend line. And that means that we can actually consider to buy this pair exactly from the lowest level of a real support, right here precisely at 1.321, which was here the nearest level of a real support to this fake breakout candle. Therefore, let's wait for the pound USD to fall to another 70 pips before we can start buying it. If we do, we can actually hold the buy order till the market reach the highest level of a real resistance at 1.339, expecting around 185 pips profit with this signal, and a safe zone or a drawdown that shouldn't be ranging lower than the bottom of the support at 1.313, ranging for around 71 pips against 185 pips of profit. And that will be all for the pound USD. Let's now move to the AUDUSD. Okay, so now for the AUDUSD is going to be short because right now, again, based on the weekly chart, I still insist to keep buying the AUDUSD right here at the retest of the support at the bracket of 0.630, which means, again, we are still looking to continue buying the AUDUSD exactly at this level of a real support at 0.635. Let's now move to the daily chart to show it to you. Exactly, check this out. Here we have again multiple attempts of that level of a support. I'm expecting from the AUDUSD to fall again right here to make one last retest of that pair, or actually sorry, one last test of that level of a support before start the rise. Also, we can see here clearly that we had also a support trend line. Check this out. So here we had support trend line number 1, number 2, again a fake breakout, then again the real level of a support trend line has indeed been respected right here. Ignoring these fake breakouts happened. Again, we are looking for one more respecting of this level of a support trend line, and afterward it will continue the rise. Therefore, a lot of pressure again on the AUDUSD at the price of 0.635, which means we can buy this pair at this level and then hold the buy order until the market reach the highest level of a real resistance as 0.649, expecting around 142 pips profit with this signal, and a safe zone that shouldn't be ranging lower than the previous level of a support right here. Just make it clear, exactly right here, exactly as the support right here, and the resistance as well as 0.628, which means our safe zone can be ranging for around 60 pips of a safe zone, I would say, against 140 pips of profit. And that will be all for the AUDUSD. Let's now jump to the USDCAD. Alright, so now let's go to the weekly chart. So again, my friends, for the new joiners and followers, please guys don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and always remember our style here in Xtreme Trader is always to analyze the market based on the weekly chart and daily chart to confirm the general direction of the chart, and after confirming the direction we will switch to the smaller time frame such as 4-hour time frame, or sometimes even 1-hour time frame, and in some cases 30-minute time frame to find our precise entry. So again, Let's now begin analyzing the USDCAD with the weekly chart. So right now, based on the weekly chart, we can see clearly that the market right now actually retesting a broken level of a resistance as well. But pay attention, this is weekly chart, my friends. Right here, the resistance level actually at 1.380 has actually been under pressure for around a month already. And the market has yet to make any bullish movement. In my opinion, USDCAD actually has a chance to start the dropping as soon as possible. Right now here, also considering that we had here also a resistance trend line, which actually, as we can see right here, is going to be most likely respected, because here we have a resistance trend line number 1, number 2, and then a fake breakout happened, and then USDCAD actually has a chance to rise a little bit more before start the bearish fall. Not also to mention, of course, that here we had also a resistance trend line. If we look at the real levels, right here exactly, we had here also a real level of a resistance trend line number 1, number 2, then one fake breakout from this level. And pay attention, these two attempts respecting indeed this attempt of a real resistance trend line. And again here, pay attention, my friends, look at that. Here, after the bullish breakout happened, we have here a support trend line, which has actually happened exactly at the same level of a resistance trend line. So all in all, it means that right here after the bearish breakout happened, USDCAD has a chance to respect again the same level of a resistance trend line. Again, based on the weekly chart, we can look to sell the pair exactly right here. That means we have to wait for the market to rise to another around 76 pips before we can start shorting. Let's now move to the daily chart. So now here daily chart shows me that the safest level to start shorting this pair will be exactly right here at the nearest level of a resistance at 1.407. We have to wait for the market to rise to another 112 pips before we can start shorting. I know it's going to take a while. Actually, we can even sell sooner than that, because here, I just saw it now, we have here the nearest level of a support to that bearish breakout candle, and according to our strategy, which I have been using for the last 8 years, it's actually most likely the best level to start selling the new level of a resistance exactly right here at the nearest level of a support to that bearish breakout candle. Yes, that's indeed going to be a better entry in my opinion. We have to wait for the market to rise to another 91 pips before we can start shorting. If we sell, we can keep the hold, we can hold the sell order until the market reach the nearest level of a key support right here exactly at 1.381, which means we are looking for around 231 pips of profit, and the safe zone that shouldn't be ranging higher than the previous level of a key support and the resistance as well at 1.415, ranging for around 100 pips of a drawdown against 236 pips of profit. And that will be all for the USDCAD. Let's now move to the USDJPY. Alright, so now USDJPY, if we look right now at the weekly chart, I still see the pair still rising. We still have here a strong rejection from the bearish breakout of the support zone at 141.060. And right now what we can see right here based on the weekly chart, again, that is the Xtreme trader strategy, is looking here at the support trend line, and check this out. Indeed, the support trend line after the bearish breakout happened right here, or actually I would say the fake breakout happened. The market is still indeed respecting the same level of a support trend line, which means all in all, USDJPY most likely will start the rise. Let's now move to the daily chart. Alright, so here daily chart shows me a very precise entry to buy exactly here at 144.820, and check this out. It already happened. We can see that the reversal has already happened, and this was really a very accurate entry. But is it really too late to start buying the USDJPY? Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Alright, so indeed the 4-hour time frame here shows me actually even a better entry. By looking here at this level of a support, exactly, check this out. Right here, my friends, we have here the real level of a support. It was the lowest level of a real support at that bracket. Also right here it was a resistance as well, and here the nearest level of a resistance to this bullish breakout candle, which means if we consider to buy the USDJPY from here at 144.266, I believe it's going to be a better entry. Let's wait for the pair to fall to another 130 pips before we can start buying it. I think it's going to be a better entry overall. If we look right here at the support trend line, actually it's not going to be a bad entry, but it actually might take a while. As you can see, it's very precise. The support trend line here actually barely has become here a resistance trend line for once, and then after the bullish breakout happened, it became a support trend line number 1, number 2. Therefore, we can wait for the market to reach this level. Again, it's going to be the lowest level in my opinion before starting finally the rise. USDJPY is one crazy pair, and we have to always be ready for a lot of drawdown when we actually buying this pair. Also, not to mention that here also we have a support trend line that most likely is going to be respected. Therefore, you know what, I would like maybe to adjust my entry to be right here. That will be actually better. It's actually more realistic considering of this level of a support trend line. Therefore, yes, I think it's going to be more realistic to buy exactly at the lowest level of a support at 144.533, and if we do, we can hold the buy order until the market reaches the highest level of a real resistance right here, as we can see at 148.090, expecting around 358 pips of profit. Again, these numbers are normal with this pair, and the safe zone, my friends, in this case shouldn't actually be ranging lower than the previous level of a resistance at 143.204, ranging for around 133 pips against 356 pips of profit. Now let's go at last to the USDCHF. Alright, so now USDCHF, actually I remember last week I have sent a signal to sell USDCHF exactly from the resistance at 0.839. You can of course refer to that video to see the signal, and so far it's actually running in around 27 pips of profit. Yeah, it was somehow a good signal, but however, is the USDCHF will continue the fall? In my opinion, yes. USDCHF most likely right now will continue the fall. As you can see, the pair has finally retested the real level of a support at 0.842, and as you can see here, the reaction of that retest actually after creating here a new level of a resistance. So therefore, USDCHF actually has a chance to make one last retest of the support right here at 0.808 before after all continue the rise. But because we are talking about weekly candles, then we have to guess the next candle only. In my opinion, the next candle is going to be bearish upon the pressure of the retesting of that support and the creation of a new resistance. Let's now move to the daily chart. Alright, so here daily chart shows me, of course, that the market has indeed retested the same level of a resistance. I think it's going to be the safest idea to sell exactly at the highest level. Even here at the 4-hour time frame, we can actually look to sell the market exactly at the highest level of a resistance. Actually, exactly right here. Wait a second, let me just be sure. Yes, scroll to the left side. Make sure I'm marking only the key levels of a support only, ignoring the fake breakouts. We need to be very precise with our entry. And as we can see here also, we have a resistance trend line that has actually been respected multiple times. Yes, that's really excellent. As you can see, my friends, we can expect from the USDCHF to rise a little bit more, retesting the same level of a real resistance trend line before finally start the bearish fall. Therefore, I would like to actually adjust my entry to be right here exactly at the nearest level of a key support, which was also the highest level of a real resistance at 0.844, actually aiming the lowest level of a real support right here exactly at 0.821, expecting around 238 pips profit with this signal. And in this case, our safe zone or the drawdown should not be ranging higher than the previous level of a real resistance at 0.851, which will be ranging for around, let me just check it out, 87 pips against 240 pips of profit. And that will be all, my friends, for our weekly analysis. And again, please, in the end, don't forget to join our free channel of Telegram to receive all kinds of updates about these signals that you are receiving here on YouTube. Also, you can get to join here our free gold signals channel as well from the link here provided in the free group on Telegram. And also, you can find the link in the description below of this video. And again, my friends, here is the link, Xtreme Trader Signals. Please make sure to join the real channel, because unfortunately a lot of scammers using my name and logo to fool the victims by using our name and picture as well to make the victims think that this is Xtreme Trader. I will tell you what, the victims actually, the scammers, sorry about that, the scammers actually telling the victims that they can send them $100 and give it a return of $1,000, or send me $500 and I will give you a return of $5,000. All of that under the name of Salah or the Xtreme trader. That is a scam. Please don't do that. Please don't give them money. They are scammers. This is not us. Actually, I had an argument with one of the followers on YouTube. He insisted that this was me, even telling him with the proofs and pictures that this was not me, and I never do that. And I showed him the fake channel that he have joined, and I told him this is not me. He still insists and asks me, why you do that? Why you scam me? Why you scam me? I'm telling you, man, it's not me. I don't know what to do more than that. Unfortunately, this is really sad. So please, my friends, be careful and wise. If anyone tells you to send us money and we will double it for you, or we will invest it for you under the name of Xtreme trader, tell them, no, you are a scammer, and block them. Make sure to, guys, please to join our real channel here, Xtreme Trader Signals, and to make it more safe, make sure to join it through the link provided in the description below of this video. So until then, my friends, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.